Raw majestic.
Falling, falling. You wanna talk about us, talk about love and trust. Now you don't get enough, let's talk about you. Talk about what's your more, always knowing the truth. Let's talk about me, talk about what do I see. Gotta be quick on my feet, fucking with you. This is the shit that I know, this is the shit that I know. But do you know, really have brothers so close? Think I hit that other nose at first week, and nowhere to go. Now we have nothing to show, nothing to glow. Thought I had Otis, I was just going through the motions. Claim that I never noticed, no emotes, I'm stupid. No, I'm good without you, just know I'm good without you. Just know I'm good without you, just know I'm good without you. Moving on, no looking back, leaving your ass in the past. Your role can use a recast, cause you don't know how to act. Just know I'm good without you, just know I'm good without you. Just know I'm good without you, just know I'm good without you. Moving on, no looking back, leaving your ass in the past. Your role can use a recast, cause you don't know how to act.
Talk about us, talk about love and trust. Boy, you playing too much, let's talk about you. Talk about what is you, how know what it was to you. Let's talk about me, I was only your trophy. Bragging rights to your buddies, I'm not a fool. This is the shit that I know, this is the shit that I know. Better you know, barely have brought us so close. Think I had that on the nose. At first we started so close, now we have nothing to show. Boy, what were your motives? I'm just going through motions. Now I'm sipping on a potion. I'm so done with your shit. Just know I'm good without you. 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 Moving on, no looking back. Leaving your ass in the past. You could use a recast, cause you don't know how to act. Just know I'm good without you. 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 Moving on, no looking back. Leaving your ass in the past. You could use a recast, cause you don't know how to act.
My seatbelt tight just in case we crash. This is sad. At one point thought you were better than my last. Why this shit gotta be like this? Jump ship and stages, function is punk shit. I don't fuck with, get the memo. I won't repeat like an echo. Started out sweet like Jello. Try to build you up like Legos. You trying to get it rain like Mellow. Trying to pull strings up pedo. You ain't playing me like cello. My blues make green like yellow. I am a man full of scars. I roam the land of the lost. Thought you were Mars. You in my head was a star. Could've went far. Guess I was wrong from the start. Just know I'm good without you. 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 Moving on, no looking back. Leaving your ass in the past. Your role could use a recast, cause you don't know how to act. Just know I'm good without you. 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 Moving on, no looking back. Leaving your ass in the past. Your role could use a recast, cause you don't know how to act. Falling, falling, falling. Just know I'm good without you. 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 Moving on, no looking back. Leaving your ass in the past. Your role can use a recast, cause you don't know how to act. Just know I'm good without you. 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 Moving on, no looking back. Leaving your ass in the past. Your role can use a recast, cause you don't know how to act.
Greedy ass. I was like, hurry up so I can catch her. You ain't even offer none. That's just thought about that.
You want some yummy yummy?
Nope. Should have offered first. Should have offered first. I want now.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to this week's edition of Grown Talk with Goddess. Hope everybody's doing good, staying safe.
How are you today?
I'm okay.
How was your week?
My week has been pretty good. I was in Brooklyn a couple of times this week, back and forth with all of the kids. I have 4 of them out there tonight. Well, since yesterday with their dad. I wish I can get rid of my other two. So the house has been kind of quiet all day today. And
what kids you got?
I have Brianna, Alicia, Tuda, Cairo, and Egypt.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yes. So the house is quiet. I like it.
Okay.
But I mean, I can't help but to feel a little lonely.
Did you cook?
Hell no, I'm going home to order some Chinese
No, we're
food.
not doing that. Wait till I go downstairs. I'm dead serious, yeah.
Yo, I made this big ass chicken penne dish yesterday.
Right.
I do my penne a little different. I put peas in it.
Yeah, I wouldn't eat that shit either.
Yo, it was good. My kids love it with the peas in it. It gives it like a little crunch.
Yeah, no, but go ahead.
And it changes the consistency between the chicken and noodles, and it was really good.
Yeah.
And my cat jumped up on the stove because Alicia forgot to, or somebody, whoever ate last, forgot to put it away. So the cat jumped up on the stove and knocked the whole fucking pan over, broke the glass that was sitting up on top of the pan, and I woke up to that this morning in my kitchen. So it was a little sad I didn't have the kids, because normally it would be them that cleaned that shit up, not me.
Huh.
That's what
You
kids
got
are
the
for.
other one? Shit.
Yeah, my other kids are like prima donnas. I don't even think Alicia got up out of bed until like 12 o'clock today. I know for sure Tuda was sleeping until like maybe 1. And then when they got up, instead of cleaning like we do on the weekends, they all piled in my room to watch Netflix movies. So that's what we got stuck doing for a couple of hours today.
Okay.
It was cool. And
I
I
do
guess
like just our parents used to do us, and on the weekends, they started playing music, which mean you knew it was time to get up and start cleaning.
yo, my mother was the Anita Baker early as hell on a Saturday morning. Meant either you get up or you're going to be distracted by this music.
Yeah.
That's what that means. My kids, they get up and they do what they want. And now my daughter is at the point where she wants to have a boyfriend at the house.
What's good, Prodigy?
She'll do the little bare minimum just on his little walkway into her jungle, which is her bedroom. I'm like, he has to come up the stairs. Eventually, one day he'll want to use the bathroom and see that you guys have a pile of fucking clothes in there. Always, instead of putting them in the hamper. But, you know, I be trying to instill the non-laziness on my kids.
I just let me come over. I got you.
Oh,
Cure that shit quick.
Listen, please come over. My
I'll put all the controllers, remotes in my trunk and pull the fuck off. What's good, Craig? And say when your mother tells me shit is proper, I'll come back. And I'm taking all phone charges. I'm not taking your phone. I'm taking your charger.
Oh, shit.
Ain't no feeling in the world to be in the middle of a good search and that battery doop doop goes off and you ain't got no way to plug it up.
Word.
Your house will be fucking spotless. I'm telling you. I don't fuck around.
I threaten the kid, like, I get a lot of phone calls from the kids' teachers with the virtual learning. My boys are suffering. They all got straight Fs, including my oldest. My girls, they got the whole virtual learning thing down. They got good grades and making straight A's and shit. I don't never get a phone call for any of the girls except for maybe Yanni.
What's good, Bandit?
But she has, hey, oh, that's Jay. Hi, baby.
Yeah, we know why he's sticking around you, but go ahead.
That was my guess.
I know. I said I know why he's sticking
Oh,
around.
you know why he's sticking around?
Yeah.
That's my friend.
I got you. Yeah, I'm gonna come through. The boys, they're gonna have A's. I'm serious.
Listen, that's what they need. Some type of something.
What kind of? Do they have like the school laptops, or you got laptops for them?
Nah, the school provided them all with a laptop.
I gotta see, make sure, because all I gotta do is take the battery out of the motherfuckers.
Listen, I tell you
Well,
what.
I can put those in the trunk too.
Hey, Tony. Tony said he's in the building too. Hey,
good,
Tony. What was I gonna say? But the second day of school, I got a phone call from the assistant principal at the middle school. I'm sorry, at the high school.
Right. That's Twitter, right?
No, that's Alicia. Well, that was for Alicia. I wouldn't have
She
expected
already
it.
got it when I go downstairs, so she don't want more now.
Listen, she plugged the charger port into the computer, and it took all her pictures off of her phone. So now the principal is looking at all these pictures. I told him, I said, I don't even want to know what kind they were. He just called me, and I could tell he was embarrassed for even having to make the call. I asked Alicia, I said, what the fuck? What was it? She goes, well, a couple of fight videos, us fighting, and maybe I took a couple of selfies here and there. I said, listen, if it was anything inappropriate, I don't even want to know about it. Just get it off your phone. The teacher at the high school had already seen it. It's out
Okay.
there.
People, I need to say something to you. The moment you plug your phone to any desktop, laptop, anyone who knows how to do the right thing has access, or all your information automatically uploads to that device.
That sucks, yo.
Stop plugging your phones into your laptops to charge it. Now, I'm sorry, she's 17, so yeah, she probably had some photos that they normally have, which
Yes.
is maybe a bra. I'm not saying it was braless, but you got some classy stuff that she might send her boo
Right.
with her sticky hands. We'll find out when we go downstairs.
Yo,
But,
he's
you know,
so immature. I could see him like covering his eyes if he saw something like that. For
yeah,
real.
fucking right.
I'm dead serious. All right, you'll see.
Show me a nice pretty pair of titties. Or else. No fucking shyness goes right out the fucking window real
Oh,
quick.
he's very immature.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, he
But,
is.
what's good, Craig?
Hey, Craig.
But you know, just stop plugging. Even us, you know, don't plug your like only plug laptop is plugged up is my work laptop is my work phone, which all I ever do is work things on it. Like I'll never plug my personal stuff up to my laptop, my work laptop. It's not happening.
Yeah, I don't do that. Well, you know what? I did it one time at work, but it was okay because at this point I wasn't taking no crazy pictures and stuff. And a few of the pictures that did come up, I printed them because you know I could use them at my work desk. So then that's how I found out about it. But other than that, I thought it was okay. It was like a way to charge your phone, no?
I don't know. See, now I gotta investigate. Like, first of all, why you watching them? Once you saw a young lady, you was supposed to call a female teacher or something.
And you know what? The guy, which is the assistant principal, he graduated a year before I did. He used to have locked door parties with the white girls that were on the cheerleading.
Exactly. So now he's staining his computer. He's staining his computer keyboard to the young lady photos. That's nice.
Yeah.
Nah, you gotta, you know, I understand, like, you know, you gotta, you know, you work so many crazy hours, whatever, but, you know, just reach out to me. I got no problem going over. I'm a big dude. I don't give a fuck. I ain't scared of nobody. So you can call your father. I don't give a fuck.
Yo, you a mess.
I'm a savage too. But at the
He's a
end of the
savage,
day,
too.
you know what I mean? What they gotta understand is the learning curve that the kids in this day and age is gonna have will affect life so far. Cause like you don't get the same concentration or true teaching that you can get face to face, hand to hand when you're actually in a class. The fact that you're home and you can roll out of bed and log on and roll right back over, go back to sleep. They think it's all fun and games now because they want to finish the game. They want to do this. They want to do that. I believe he saved the photos too, Craig. You want to do this. You want to do that. And all you know, all you gotta do is log in and maybe show your face every 15 minutes or whatever, and go about doing what you. No, I mean that's serious. Like, she's young, but she's not built like she's young.
Right.
So you know, at the end of the day, that's like, I think you really need to have a talk with her. Is there anything there? Like, you need to know.
Yeah.
You know, was there anything, your bra, panties, or whatever situation may be? So I need to, you know, we need to be prepared for it or whatever.
Yeah, my daughter went from like, and I was just telling her boyfriend this on the way here. She went from like this little closed up person who liked to wear shirts way up here and never showed her belly button. She had a glow up. I think it was like last summer. Yeah, you can't tell my daughter nothing. She's just dope. And I told her just now, getting out the car, because I asked her the question, which is going to be the topic for tonight. You know how she would answer it at her age of 17 now. You know, and she told me what she, you know, how she felt about it, and she wished that I taught her more self-love, how to love herself more.
Right.
But I used to always tell Alicia, pick your shoulders up when you walk, lift your head up, because she used to walk with her head down all the time. She used to keep herself real covered up. I said, your mother is probably one of the most conceited people up on like the highest horse in the world. If you haven't learned self-love from just having a conceited ass mother who walks around knowing she's the shit because I am, then I don't know what else to teach you. You know, it was always me with Alicia. Like, you're a pretty girl. You can show just a little bit of cleavage. I mean, now she done fucking blah, 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 blah. She done boiled over. Cleavage is an understatement. She's like gonna start modeling and all this other stuff soon.
Yeah, I won't watch those, but I feel you. I support you though, young lady.
All right, so I want to get to the topics. No, we'll talk about the whole racist thing later. But okay, so
We always, you know how we do. What you want to talk about?
okay, so the other day we had the Gucci versus.
Craig made a great point.
Oh, what is that?
You need to make sure they erase those photos.
Oh yes, I will. So we had the versus battle. I don't know if you watch any of the versus battles.
Not with those two individuals, I wouldn't watch it, knowing the true hatred that they have for each other.
Nah, I think they like dapped it up and was good.
You're not. Here's the thing, and I no disrespect. You can't dap up when someone died.
Mm-hmm.
And for those who may not know the story between Jeezy and Gucci, Jeezy went on. He did a feature on a song. Went out. It was like, I didn't really want to do it. Gucci clapped back. Jeezy went on and put 10,000 on his chain. The next thing you know, two people run up in his house, try to get his chain, trying to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing you know, he was able to get his hands on the gun. Gucci killed one of the dudes who was in the house. So you can't come back from death. That's just like the whole 50 Cent a Game thing. Somebody actually died during that beef.
Right. It was Jeezy's boy. But I put this. Okay. I like both of their music.
Right.
Of course, I knew a bunch of more of Jeezy's songs because I used to dance in the club. So, and his songs are more like, shake your ass in the club type music. Whereas,
I agree, Tone, but go ahead.
oh my God, what did Tony say?
Mind your business, Kat.
He's still saying that Jeezy won?
Nah, he said, Kara is the queen of cleavage.
Oh yeah, thank you. So, but so I knew a lot more of Snowman's music than I did Gucci, but
He didn't even play that song, though.
no. But I did make a statement saying that I respect Gucci as a man a lot more than I expect Jeezy. And listen, I've seen it on Facebook. Everybody's knocking him. Oh yeah, he's Black Lives Matter, but he's with this Chinese chick, whatever the fuck she is. Here's my thing. And the reason why I said that I rock with Gucci is because if you know the story, he went to jail. He gave his girl, Keisha, some money to to hold for him. She actually flipped it and is probably the reason why he's got the money that he's got now.
No.
And you don't think so?
It adds to it.
A lot.
But what a lot of people may not understand, like a lot of out-of-town artists get so much love, especially from Atlanta, get so much love from their town that they don't need outside individuals like New York to support their music or play their music for them to eat. Mm-hmm. Like the young gentleman who just passed away, MO3. Mm-hmm. Like you've never heard him on the radio up here, but he was a millionaire.
Okay.
So down there they get so much love and so much money that they don't need New York or the Upper East stuff anymore. So he was good. Yeah, she took some dollars and made more of it,
right?
And he left her right after it. But at the end of the day, he wasn't broke. He stopped fucking with her a long time ago.
Okay, but he married her on TV in front of everybody.
Yeah, he married her, but they ain't fucking with each other now.
I don't believe that.
All right, so Tone says, yeah, Jeezy did win too.
No, he
plus
didn't.
he a trap rapper, not a body shaking music guy. A lot of his stuff the strippers do shake to.
Hell
I think
yeah.
they shake to Gucci stuff way more than Jeezy, but I could be wrong. Craig says Gucci is independent. All the money is his. Great facts. Mm-hmm. And Craig says MO3 music is yes, the freak it is. And what a lot of people didn't like, and I pretty much ran into his music by mistake because, we manage artists at the at this station. A shout out to Statewide Chip.
Hey, Chip.
But this dude is dope. Like, he can rap and he can legitimately sing. And he found a great way to sing and rap his music. Mm-hmm. I just thought, on a little side note real quick, I apologize, guys. I just think these artists with all this money they have, because I think he was worth $8 million when he died. Mo3. At the end of the day, with that much money, your vehicle should have been bulletproof.
Yeah.
And why didn't you have someone of your team come pick you up from that shorty's house when you finish busting your nut?
Oh my God.
Just my take on it. What's good, Michelle?
So I was saying that I respected Gucci a lot more.
Right.
Because he married a black woman. And he paired up and he teamed up with a black woman. And he helped that black woman grow.
She
I can't-
helped him grow.
Okay, they help each other.
Well,
She
no,
helped
I
him.
mean,
She-
he left her the money, but she's the one who, took that money and made it better.
Right. So that was my whole thing. Like, everybody was calling me a racist. Do I like to see black men with white women? No.
Right.
Especially a black man who's helping benefit this white woman. No. Why don't you benefit your own kind? What are you doing? So,
Okay, what does race have to do with
a lot.
happiness?
A lot.
Race has
And
something
guess
to do
what?
with
They wasn't
happiness?
listen, they wasn't thinking about that shit when they was whipping our ass years ago with fucking belts and shit. Every time I think about that shit, I think about how, like, for whatever reason, white people feel like they have, like, this control and power over black people. Like, they can talk to them any way they want and all this other shit. But, again, it's not a white thing. I just feel like with Jeezy, he has black children. He has a son that allegedly he don't take care of, that Gucci said to his face during the battle. To me, it just don't feel right that he's a black man and, he's like lifting up and trying to better this Chinese lady or whatever the fuck she is. To me,
And this is what a lot of people get confused about. She has her own money.
Sure
She's
she
a
does.
millionaire. He's a millionaire. But she's the reason he has the new talk show. She's the reason why. So you're looking at two couples who come together, especially from a business sense, and the fact that they actually care and love each other. Look at Jay-Z and Beyonce. You have power couples.
love it.
Where but Beyonce's not all black. She high yellow like a motherfucker. Her mother got freaking blue eyes.
They're Haitians.
Haitian. Okay, even more.
But that's a lot more black than white.
Nah, we're all mixed.
Yo.
We're all mixed. But from a standpoint, I understand what you're saying, because a lot of black women feel some type of way, and not you, because Michelle, me, you see us together, there's no issues, there's no problems. But like if me and Michelle's out, you'll have little comments, a little whatever, or like if maybe towards her or maybe towards me, depending on the individuals or whatever. But at the end of the day, what I say is this: if you don't want to date that particular type of person, that race, then don't. But if someone else wants to, and as long as that person is happy, knock yourself out. But I understand you have a lot of people feel that, okay, well, they're taking our black men and this and that. And me and you had a discussion before we went on. And we were saying that, unfortunately, black women are teaching their black daughters that they don't need men. And at the end of the day, white, black, blue, or purple, a man wants to be a man.
Yo, if any of my kids walk in the house with a white woman, they're being disowned. I'll slap the shit out of them. And that goes for my daughters, too. And they all know better. And I got a half-white son. Fuck with me.
Understood?
But anyway, we got... and it's not hypocritical because his father told me he was Colombian. I didn't find out till later. And that's how I feel about that.
Okay.
My kids will help out their own kind, and that's just it. That's just it. And we can make it into a topic. I look like a racist
Put it up.
all
Put it up.
over fucking Facebook. I don't
It's not
give a
racist
shit.
because I hate niggas. I
Okay.
love black people, but I hate niggas. So
I also, and I've said this before on the show, we've talked about this before, think that black women only fuck with white women because they're not strong enough mentally or sexually to deal with a black woman.
what happened? Say that again.
I said I feel like black men or even white or black women mess with white men or white women because they aren't mentally strong enough to deal with their own race nor sexually strong enough.
Yeah, we're gonna make that a topic because I'll destroy that all up and down. It ain't got it's about because again, you have some Like, I met this white chick who was more hooded than black bitches I've ever met in my fucking life. It's the way you was raised. It's the issues and problems you went through in your life, and that's what makes you who you are. And it just is what it is. But you do have some people, men who want to date specifically for whatever reason. You know, like a lot of these athletes. They date because a lot of white women or women of other cultures know what it's like to have finances. Like like you can't give somebody $1 million and think they're not gonna blow through it. 50 Cent gave his baby mother all that money and she blew through it, and then had her hand out. So it's all about not giving someone money, showing them how to sustain it and make it themselves. And that's what you're having with couples who have been raised around money, who understand certain things. And it's not about just having your fucking hand out.
Listen,
You see what's going through Dr. Dre and his soon-to-be finally ex-wife, a billionaire. You don't have no businesses, nothing to call for yourself, and then you stole the money out of the business account.
I was talking to Lauren a little while ago,
Right.
on the way here, and she basically said the same thing I did. For whatever reason, let me just read her exact quote. I didn't mean to make this into a topic.
Gotta make it now.
You know, she said, this is her 2 cents. She said, love is love. However, these non-black women only seem to grab rich black men. Why ain't they in the hood building and trying to, love an ashy black man?
Okay, here's
Ashy
my
broke
thing.
man. I wish I wasn't so into black men. Would be married with 2.5 kids by now.
I say it this way. They're acting like white women just roll through the hood in Range Rovers, throwing bags over black dudes' heads to say, you're going to be with me. The dudes are choosing them. At the end of the day, if a person does not want to be with a specific individual for whatever reason, it is what it is. The women aren't grabbing dudes up, snatching dudes in the hood. Dudes are going to them. If a person comes up to you that you find what's a pretty white boy? Brad Pitt.
Channing Tatum.
Right. He's a great looking young man. Doesn't matter if he's white, black, or Indian. It's a great looking person. So if you have someone who's famous and rich that wants to be a part of your life, you're going to say no because of the color of their skin? No one's going to believe that shit.
Hell yeah.
No one's
Fuck
gonna
out of
believe
here. I love my black man. I will never fuck with no fucking white man.
All right, so let me tell you
Hell
this.
no,
And I
fuck
love you,
nah.
and I mean no disrespect to
Fine.
you about this, but how the fuck has that worked out for you? Thank you.
I mean,
so this is what I'm saying.
I've been with Spanish men.
But it's just more lines. At the end of the day,
And I was with a white guy. It didn't work out.
right. But I'm saying, so it didn't matter the race. What mattered was the individual you're dating and the shit that
Hold
that you're
on.
pulling up with.
I've never dealt with more racist shit than I did when I was with the white man. It was his family that had a problem with us, and that's the reason why we didn't work out.
Right. So
You ain't
stop,
got to
stop,
deal
stop
with
right
that.
there. Stop right
Uh-huh.
there. That white man showed you respect and love. It was his family that didn't.
Exactly.
Right. So again, it wasn't because he was white. It was because of his family. But at the end of the day, that person showed you love and respect, and you loved them back. So race had nothing to do with it.
We had a whole kid together. How the
Right,
fuck
so
you
what I'm
gonna
saying-
leave me to take care of this baby?
Right.
boy?
But at the end of the day, that individual treated you properly. Had nothing to do with the color of his skin.
He treated me properly up until his parents and his family didn't want me at functions and stuff. He went with them and left me with my kid.
Understood.
You know,
Yeah, you
that's
got-
how that happened.
that's-
I ain't never have to deal with no shit like that with no Spanish man, no black man, no any other race man I've ever been with.
Right, but you've dealt with shit way worse. All right, so let's get to these comments real
racist?
quick.
Okay.
Craig left off at says MO3 knows how to make them hits. Definitely pain music, and that is true. He went through a lot of shit. Michelle says, "Wow, damn." Craig says, "I was going to say that you're a baby daddy, white."
Yeah.
She already
What do you
admitted
think
it.
I forgot?
Michelle said, "Laughing my ass off." You are bugging. Laughing my ass. I just don't think it's fair to be judged. Michelle is white. And Craig says,
OD.
Huh?
I said OD, pure D.
And Craig says, them other races of chicks will throw you smooth under the bus to be good in their family's eyes. So Craig's saying it's the same way, either or. But I will say this: definitely create that post. Let's start the comment. Let's start the discussion, and let's bring it to the table like you always normally do. And we'll talk about it next week.
Okay.
We'll get to this week's.
Yeah, let's get to this week's
We all
topic.
love because like God always gives everyone the opportunity, and again, which is what you always have to love about this show. She opens herself. She's always open, honest, whether you agree with it or not. But she always gives you an opportunity to voice your opinion.
Absolutely.
So definitely create that post and give everyone an opportunity, and we'll have fun.
And I just want to put it out there. I'm not a racist. I just don't want my kids with them people. All right. So this week's show topic.
Wait till I get downstairs. Wait till I get downstairs.
Ladies, if you're with a man that has other kids besides the one y'all have together, how do you cope? Do you deal with the other kids, their mothers, fellas? Same scenario. Does anyone ever get insecure? Talk to me. So I'll put it out there in my situation. In my situation, none of my other baby fathers have kids outside of us.
Okay.
But in the relationship that I'm in now, he's got other kids. How many? I don't know. But he's got other kids. I feel like it's bad that my kids don't necessarily know his other kids. But then every time I push the topic, I'm dealt with like rebuttal. So is it not normal if you're trying to build with someone for the kids to get along, or is it okay for the whole mixed family to be left out? I mean, the reason...
No, I understand why you're asking it, and we will have a discussion before we get into the comics. I will say this. The best way to approach a situation like this is you can't control anything outside of your control. And what I'm saying is you can't force those other young ladies to make sure or to make them a part of your kid's life. As much as you would love your kids to know their brothers or sisters because they're related and that's family, and you would want that, but at the end of the day, you can't force another grown-ass adult who may be bitter or who may not be with that person for the right reasons or wrong reasons. And a lot of times what I try to explain to people, when you ask a person why they're not together with that person, you're always going to get one side of the story. And it may not be the right side of the story. It's always that person's position from the events that they may or may not have caused. No one's really going to throw themselves under the bus when they're explaining what happened between them and their ex. They may just say, well, I wasn't the best person I could have been, but they're not going to go into detail. So you don't know the reason why those two aren't together again.
Okay.
And then again, that person doesn't know you. And then again, what did that person tell you about them? So you already walking into the introduction with that person and be like, wow, this is the person that put a hit out on this person or treated that person like shit or that mentally or physically abused that person. So in your mind, you already have those thoughts of that individual. So you're already going to feel some type of way. So you're not going to allow that person to have a clean slate.
Okay. All right. So we're talking about the relationship between the mothers, the baby mothers, correct?
Right. So again,
what the fuck about the father? Like these are all his kids.
Right.
So
These are all his
therefore, it should be
kids,
up for
but
him.
obviously those kids don't live with him. Those kids live with the mothers.
So none of his kids live with him.
Right. So again, they don't live with him. He's there living with the other parent. And let's say I don't know you, homie. I met you, but I don't know you. But let's say again, you may not be paid your child support. So we already know when it comes to child support how some women do. I didn't get any child support, so you don't have the right to see a child. So then you have the bitterness.
Out, man.
So then again, you have so much situation there. So he may want the kids to meet their other siblings, but then again, you have this other individual who's so filled with spite and hate for whatever reason, don't want it, not because it's not a good thing, just because it's something I can do to hurt you.
I can't see myself being with somebody and having children with them and not wanting to bond with the other children if you're trying to have a future? How does that work?
Well, again, he can't go there and take his legally firearm, crack his baby moms upside the head with the butt of the gun, and be like, "Where my baby's at?" So, unfortunately, he can only control what he can. So, it's obviously not obvious. I apologize. Let me use the right choice of words. He may be behind on child support, and being behind on child support, you can't go to the courts and get your God-given right to have to be a part of your kid's life. And that's how the system works. So if you owe child support, you owe $100. That would hurt you in seeing your kids.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Yo, I've heard of people who have said that. Like, yo, my baby mother won't let me see the baby because I have child support. Yo, I got too many damn kids. Come get these motherfuckers. I will never stop none of y'all from taking them.
Well, then again, we're talking about different individuals, different situations,
Man,
different
that's some
things
bitter
that
shit
different
right
people
there.
have dealt with. So again, you're having a situation where we don't know what happened between the mother and the father, which obviously is affecting the kids. So you can only control from your standpoint. Your standpoint is, I have kids with you. I want our kids to meet their brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
Now he would have to go to the other mothers and be like, well, this is the situation. You have some who think properly and be like, sure, let's do this. And you have others who would be like, well, the first thing you say is, I want to see my child. Was like, well, I want your child to have clothes. I want your child to have diapers. I want your child to have this. And that's how they'll go with it.
Are you
And
serious?
dead serious. If I can't hurt you
Yo, I never even
because
thought
we're
about
not
this.
together anymore, or I can't hurt you sucking another nigga's dick, that doesn't bother you no more. The fact that I took it in the ass, let this nigga bust 12 nuts in my asshole, and I'm squeezing it out, that doesn't hurt you anymore. So the best way I can hurt you now is by keeping your kids from you. I get to the comments real quick. Craig says, my oldest son is not mine, but I raised him since he was one.
I applaud you.
He looks up to me as his father, and his family looks at me as his father. Wonderful thing. You are the epitome of a true parent.
Hell yeah.
And I will tell you that right now. He also goes on to say,
That's
so
Craig,
why I call him my son, because I raised him. And that's why I try to tell you, it's difficult dating a person with kids.
Yo, that's why I didn't. Remember? You
Right,
were
I'm
calling
saying,
me all type of
and
hypocrite.
It's
'cause-
all because of well, you're doing it for other reasons. You're not allowing the pain and the hurt to happen or situations. It's because usually the women in it want you to be a part of their kid's life to a certain extent. See, if I'm in your life and you want me to be in your life, then this kid is mine. I may have not seeded this child, but this child is mine.
Right.
So that means I have the right to tell this child what to do and not to do, as long as it's within a good spectrum. If you want me to do parenting 101, then okay, it's time for you to go to bed.
Okay.
It's time for you. Okay, you didn't do your homework. You do this. Here's the proper punishment.
Okay.
So if you want me to play that parent role, then you have to allow me to be parent, which a lot of parents don't do when they date other people who have kids.
Right.
So you want me to feed them, clothe them, Disney trip, and all this other shit, but I can't tell your son he can't play the game because he got an F on his fucking recent exam.
You know, listen, if they're gonna play the role of daddy for everything else, then you damn sure gonna be able to discipline
What
and
is
tell
what I'm
them
saying?
what he can't do.
This is where you have the issues with other people and mothers and fathers, as far as men and women dating other people who have kids.
Mm-hmm.
Again, if you want me to play that mother-daddy role or mother role or a father role, then again, you have to allow that person to play that role, which means that person has the right to discipline or to have a opinion when it comes to disciplinary stuff. So if you dating someone and you want that person to make sure your child is fed, but that person can't have discussions when it comes time to reprimand, oh, fuck you and your child then.
You know what?
Dead serious. Oh, he's hungry. Well, tell that motherfucker you do allow
Oh my God.
to do all that other shit to feed that motherfucker, because I'm not.
That's my favorite curse word. You know that? Let me read some of the comments on this.
Let's go.
All right, shout out to Lauren Mitchell. She says, I didn't deal with my ex's baby mother. She never wanted to meet me or interact. My ex didn't encourage us to meet. I found myself feeling away when he tell me things he did for her and never for me. Shout out to Danielle.
Hold on, he said
Sharice.
what? All right. So if a person, whoo, Lord have mercy. If you are in a relationship with a person, and that person is constantly bringing up the person before you, run for the hills.
Run. They not over. It's not over.
Run for the hills. You're only there because that person is not there at the moment or does not want to be there anymore. Run for the hills.
Danielle Cherie, she said, I get along better with his baby mothers, other baby mothers, than I do with him. It's about the kids. Fuck him. And that's how I feel, too. I mean, yeah, my two are the babies. And, yeah, he's got, older kids and shit. But still, like, it's important to, for my kids to know that they have other siblings outside of the house from where we live, somewhere out there.
No, you're right. It shouldn't even be a discussion, but unfortunately, when you're dealing with outside forces, and what happens is, and what causes more stress and problem in a relationship, when you try to force a square peg in a triangle hole. All you can do is, this is what I would like it to be. Now, as long as he's doing the steps to try to make it happen and he's getting rebutted from the other end, there's nothing he could do. He did it or took it as far as he can go. But at the end of the day again, I don't care if the kids don't live with you. Men, you have rights too.
Right.
And I remember when my daughter's mother, spiteful ass, she had a son. I helped raise a son. That nigga's never been on child support. But she immediately ran and put me on child support. And when I asked the judge, after the judge awarded her money out of my paycheck, when am I going to see my child? He said, oh, that's different procedures. So I almost got into a fight with the judge because, like, you would take money out my check, but you don't give a fuck if I see my child or not. So me and him got into a verbal argument. So I had to go to another place that night, and I was so upset and angry that the lady behind the counter saw my passion, and she made sure I filed the proper paperwork. And then I had to go to court separately just to be able to see my fucking child.
That's so crazy. I would never, ever wanted to get to that point where court got to decide when the fuck you see your
Well,
child.
unfortunately, again, you're dealing, again, like she had a son prior. Never, the only time his father's ever seen him was the day he was born and never again. And at this time, the kid was already 6, 7. So
Wow.
you've never did anything like that to him, and to me, you immediately try to spite me because things didn't work the way you truly wanted. But you want money, but you don't give a fuck. It took me another month to be able to see my child. The only reason I see my child is because I had to hire a lawyer. And the lawyer was like, oh, she tried to push it over a couple of weeks. He's like, we're not doing that. He's going to see his daughter this weekend.
Yeah,
And
so
that's the
crazy.
only reason it took that much longer after them agreeing to take money out my check. And then me actually being able to see my child. So it took another month.
Okay. The next comment came from Ray P, and I feel her with this.
Let's go.
She says, I try to avoid dudes with kids. I don't need any extra headaches. Mind you, she has kids herself.
Right.
I've said this before. I've always been one to never want to deal with a man who has kids. Never. And I've never done it before except for just this last one here that I got.
Right.
And I don't see myself going anywhere. But if I was going anywhere, I would definitely not. It would definitely not be with a dude with kids. I don't have time for this
So
shit.
you're back on that.
Yeah,
I
I've
feel
always been on it.
No, I think
I'm
again,
not messing with no dude with kids, man. Fuck him and fuck them kids. I don't listen. Here's the thing. If the kids are around and we're gonna bond and we're gonna make it a family and the kids know who I am and the kids know, I and vice versa and everything's okay, then it's all good. But if you get to the point where you're hiding shit and things just not, it's not feeling like it's family and all, I'm not beat with that.
well, I would say you would have to, don't block yourself from blessings or happiness. If the person is showing you that, that's one thing. But you have a lot of mothers and fathers out here who got that shit in check.
I
You do.
wish. I wish.
Like when my son's father or my daughter's mother, like I didn't never have an issue with him. The only time I had an issue with him is because of what my daughter's mother did was pop him up at my daughter's birthday party to spite me. So after I tried to kill him, and then I fucked my daughter's first birthday party all up. Real talk. After that shit post, because what I'm saying from that is her other ex was there. Her other ex has held my daughter in my face, but we have talked. We've had a discussion. But for you to spite and bring this nigga up, because I paid for the party. We had a party at a different location other than your house. And we discussed the list. And for you to do that, knowing that I ain't rap fucking tight and you think there was going to be a different perspective, the only thing that saved him is that my sane brother was there.
Okay.
And not my ratchet other brother and cousins, because he might not be here today.
Wow. Yo, y'all. Black folks. at
Hey,
a party.
black up, man. Listen, hey, I to this day, I told him, I told everybody else, I said, she put you in that. I don't give a fuck.
I can't with you, man. One more comment from Wilma. And
Yes.
It was pretty big. She said, it's not coping, it's reality. Everyone can be adults about the situation and put the children's best interests at heart if it would all work out just fine. However, if one mom wants to be a big old bitch about the whole situation because she's in her feelings, then the whole circle isn't going to work. You have to make sure that if her kids are around you, you treat her kids how you would want her to treat yours. Understand that it's about the kids and not about the adult feelings, and communicate. I can't say that enough. Communicate. Sometimes it takes one of the women to approach the other and put it out there that it's all about the kids and it all works out. Sometimes it doesn't, but if it does it, then the common factor needs to step in and handle it, which would be him.
Shout out to her, and she hit it right on the head. The lack of true parenting is lacking in a lot of relationships. Why would I want to be with you if I can't have you around my child?
Right.
It's the craziest shit in the fucking world to me.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Right. So for this one, it was my scenario in my case, and I took a lot of advice from people. A lot of people hit me up in my inbox, didn't want it, to be read out
Understood.
loud, but I do understand now how I have
But
to
you can
approach
read
the
it. You
situation.
just don't say the person's name. Say anonymous and read it.
Okay.
That's how you can do that going forward.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, it's only two individuals. You can't. Unfortunately, a lot of times you try to force it to happen. It has to happen naturally. The person you're dealing with kids, you need to be. Again, if I'm dating you, then I need to assume the father role. Period.
I met one of his sons. I had been out there bringing the kids for like a weekend, and his son was out there, and I got to meet him you know what? It wasn't. I didn't even have Egypt yet. It was just Cairo at the time. And he's so cute, and I haven't seen him since. But I walked with him to the store, and me trying to be like, the woman that I don't want you to forget me because I'm with your dad and we're gonna be together. I took him to the store. He was bad as hell. He was pushing all the coffee machines, and all the coffee was spilling all at one time. And
Again, it's the lack of. No, I'm serious. It's the lack of true parenting. Unfortunately, and this is why, even though people are losing their lives when it comes to COVID and stuff like this, the fact that these individuals really have to deal with the fucking kids that they pushed out is fucking the greatest karma in the fucking world.
Mm-hmm.
You can't sit up here and keep having kids and want to push them on somebody else. And that's what, unfortunately, a lot of these parents do.
That's a lot. That's a whole
So
other
there's
topic.
no discipline in the house. Of course not. So if the child goes out and the first thing they do is just knocking stuff and whatever, that child, and unfortunately, hey, homie, again, there's no disrespect to you or your child, but your child wasn't taught the proper respect.
I agree with that. All right, y'all. So that was my little talk on this one. And it was for me. Like I said, if anybody else can give me some more advice on this, please feel free to hit me up. Because I still don't know how I should feel about it. But I'm about to just say fuck it and fuck them kids. All right. So here's the next topic. And I was talking about this with my kids. I don't know if anybody has seen it on Facebook all week, but there's been a question, and it's a challenge. They're telling people to text their oldest children and ask them, how can I be a better parent?
That's beautiful.
And then depending on the response that you get from your kid, post it or not. I did it, and I didn't like the answers I got from my kids, so I'm not posting it.
Why not?
Because it was fucked up. How can I be a better parent? Stop yelling at us and get up and do shit yourself. Really?
Hey, you see, this is why I always say shout out to Gerald Francis. Hope I'm saying your name right. First time.
Hey.
I'll say this and then I'll read your comment. No, a lot of people don't want the truth. No, real talk. I'm sorry. A lot of people want to be lied to. Everyone says they want the truth, and then when they get it, their feelings is hurt.
Oh my god.
Or there's a problem. No, real talk. And I got mad love for you. Anybody fucking with you can call me any day. You already know that. We like that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I don't bullshit with you. If you ask for the truth and you get it, how in the fuck can you be mad?
Oh.
And this is what I'm saying is, no, real talk. Because a lot of times we truly believe we're doing things a specific way.
Right.
A proper way.
Right.
And you may not. A lot of times, you just need somebody on the outside to say it or mention it. And it's happened to you. It's happened to me. I know it's happened to everyone out there. Someone has said something to you that was close to you, and it took an outside person to say it for you actually to understand it.
Hell yeah.
And you're like, well, I was telling you that shit the whole fucking time.
I hate
but
that shit. I get
but
that.
But it took somebody outside. So
Oh, my
again,
God.
you're asking someone what they can do to make them better, and they tell you, and then you immediately go at it. That's kind of crazy.
I don't be yelling at
All
the
right,
damn
so
kids. All right.
Gerald Scuzz, he said we definitely need to come on your podcast because we talk about subjects like this. What up, Truth? Was good, man. Definitely come on. Sit down and
Absolutely.
talk with Goddess and the topics and stuff like this or whatever else you want. Just hit
If
us
you
up,
have
man.
time in between firefighting, you let me know.
Yeah, here we go, man.
We got it. We got it.
And don't think I didn't notice that you got you had the Giants. I saw the video this morning. You had your Giants jacket on, but you ain't had that Giants jacket on when y'all were 0-15.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna tell you right now, homie, I'm questioning your Giant fandom right now. But also, Craig says nobody really wants the truth. And yeah, I say that, Craig.
I want the damn truth, but
You got
I
it.
thought I was a lot better than that.
But then again, here's the thing. It's not that you're a bad mother. You asked, what can I do better? You didn't say, am I good or am I bad?
No.
All right, now you have five. Sorry, what was the number I left off with last time? All right, 27 and a half kids.
27 and a half kids.
You have 27 and a half kids now. Next week it'll go up.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you have these kids, and they have roof over their heads. They have cell phones.
Yes.
They have power.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, unfortunately, I think someone did it a couple of years ago when it came to Christmas. And the kids asked what we're getting for Christmas. And they put notes on the light switch. They put notes on the stove. And this is what I provide for you every single day that you're not really understanding. It's not about the PS5s and all this other shit. I provide for you every single day.
Hell yeah. That's what
So this is what I'm saying again. They're not saying that you're a bad parent, but you did ask the question. Now, again, we also still have to understand from a certain point, kids want everything they could get their hands on and
Yep.
see. They
Yep.
think they truly don't understand the concept of money. So as long as if it's on the lines of something crazy like that, I understand. But if it's more aligned of, okay, well, you can get me to do things by not raising your voice.
Right.
And you can ask my son. If I have to raise my voice, it got to a real big point. But I don't raise my voice.
I yell.
My son is petrified of me.
I'm a yellow.
And I made sure of that. But I talk to my son like he's 25, not like he's 15.
Got it.
So we have discussions. I don't put my hands on my son.
Right.
We have discussions. But at the end of the day, if they're telling you that, you can sit down and, hey, well, this is the reason why I do that. So if you would wash the dishes, or if you see that in the kitchen, you just pick it up instead of waiting for me to do it. That wouldn't bring me to a point to where I think I would have to raise my voice.
Right.
But you have a discussion about it. But I like it. Go ahead.
Got it. Okay. What's one thing you wished your parents had told you or taught you as a child or teen that as an adult you had to learn the hard way? Shout out to Camellia Parker. She said better money management.
Thank you. Lord have mercy. That's mine. Lord have mercy.
Shout out to Richard Walls. He said credit.
Same thing. I tell my son all the time. I tell people all the time. Unfortunately, a lot of people try to fight the system. Don't
Yeah.
fight the system. Make the system work for you.
Yeah.
At this day and age, if you have great credit, you can walk into any place in the world without $1 in your pocket and walk out with it.
Yeah.
You have people right now that are paying $1,800 a month $2,000 a month, $1,200, $1,500 a month for an apartment, where you could get a 3, 4, 5, 6 bedroom house that you own
Pay
and
a
spend
mortgage.
$600, $700, $800 for.
Word.
And you
It's
know
true.
why? Certain mortgage. You said it right. Sorry, because you have to have good credit.
Yep.
So if you have good credit, you would put yourself in a better overall situation
Yeah.
to where you can have that multi-bedroom house, or a condo, or whatever the situation may be, townhouse, and be spending less money than you would
Yep.
spending on rent.
It's true. Shout out to Gary Suber. He said how to create a business for himself.
Facts.
Whitney Rodriguez, she said credit. Shout out to Deborah Harris. She said how to eat right. Pushing me in the way that they saw I was good at, or was pushing her to do what they saw she was good at, and the importance of money.
That's a great thing, because what I think a lot of parents don't understand is sometimes, because like when my son was born, I'm like, okay, I was athletic. His mother was athletic. You gonna play sports. You know, and unfortunately, as parents, and I had to stop myself, catch myself when I'm saying these things, I need to let my son do the things he like.
Right.
So always like, okay, he liked to draw. Okay, I brought him a nice little digital expensive pad to plug the laptop up to where he can draw, get him into Adobe and stuff like that.
Right.
Because if you can edit and you can do all those things, you can make $1 zillion
Hell
in
yeah.
this day and age. So
Hell
these
yeah.
are the things I'm getting him into, because these are the things that he likes.
Yeah, that's
He
how
never
it
really
should be.
was into sports. As much as me and his mother was athletic, as heavy in sports, he don't want to do it.
Okay. My kids said the same thing, that they wish that I had pushed them to do sports more. My last two, who I found out the other day at the doctor that they're going to be king size,
Right.
I'm putting basketballs in both of their hands next month.
Well, I mean, shit, Tig ain't that old. He can't get into sports. You got a lot of people who
He's just
didn't-
lazy. He's not.
well,
He's more into like wanting to become a rapper. He's writing little rhymes and stuff like that at home.
all right. So, but to be a rap, you gotta know how to write. You gotta know
Yeah, he's-
not to sign. No, I'm saying you gotta know business.
Right.
You gotta know what contracts to sign, what not contracts to sign.
Right.
So everything goes into being a rapper than just rhyming.
It
You have a
does.
lot of these individuals out here. You wonder why you see a rapper or artist that come out, they got a pop in that song, and you don't hear of them anymore.
Ever again.
Well, that's because they signed a $10,000 album contract for $5.
Yeah.
Their first album with Super Diamond, and they're wanting more money, and the person won't give them any because they signed a new contract.
Yeah.
The greatest thing I could tell you, especially for this day and age, and look at Megan Thee Stallion's contract.
Oh, I
Look
see.
at her situation and see how
Her.
Rock had to save her, but now she's obligated to them.
Yeah, yeah.
So I would tell you to show him a video of her talking about her contract
Okay.
to understand. I'm not telling you can't be a rapper or artist or write for other people, but from a business sense, this is the things you have to look out for.
Shout out to Dorian Lazama. She's actually, we went to school together in middle school, and she's your friend on your page. But
I probably have to see her face.
okay, it was nice to hear from her because we never got along back in the day, and she commented on my post. So I thought that
Because
was
you're an asshole, but go ahead.
Shut up. I'm not an asshole. Not today. Only on Sundays, y'all.
All right.
She said, I wish my parents talked to me more about the opposite sex.
That's true.
Absolutely.
I remember in high school, I'll never forget it. It was this very, very beautiful girl all through middle school. We got to high school. Her parents were very strict. Within the first week, she went from being a virgin to burning.
Yeah, you know what? I can't.
Dead serious.
Sad. sad
Yo,
story.
it's sad. Like, you know, when parenting is such a hard thing. You gotta know not to be super hard. Know when to put the brakes down. Know when to take them up. Because I try to explain to parents all the time. At the end of the day, you are a parent. You're not their friend.
Right.
And you have to keep the parenting. So that's why I always tell you when we had discussion about your beautiful daughter that your daughter's going to do some things
I know.
in her lifetime.
So sad.
Like the hand job she giving downstairs
yeah.
right now.
Shut up. She better not be.
I want to see her hands going to be sticky. I'm coming.
Shout out to Eric Daniel Ash. He said how to save money better and don't make dumbass mistakes and to listen to them. Man Holloway said keep good credit and buy property.
You ain't lying. You ever get into a bind, you can always sell that property, man. Land is a wonderful thing.
Dagam Ariel Turner, he said, how to not go into debt, but no worries. I figured it out when I moved out. So he learned later in life. But
Well, you learned the hard way, unfortunately. You had to
Yeah.
make mistakes. But a lot of you can always tell when a child wasn't taught a proper check balance when they move out and they move back in within the next couple of months.
Oh my God, yes.
And I tell people all the time, if you're ever trying to figure out how much your rent should be, it's whatever you make in a 2-week period.
Yep.
Whatever you make in a 2-week period, that is your rent or your mortgage. That's
it.
what you can afford.
That's it.
You have another check for utilities, cable, and do you have the other check to save?
Mm-hmm.
Well, sorry, the third check or the second check, depending if you're weekly, bi-weekly.
I get paid the 15th and the 30th of every month.
Fuck out of here. So at the end of the day,
I do.
now it is because your checks is always fucked up. It's never the same.
I know.
I had a job like that.
Hate it.
And I left I left immediately. But at the end of the day, what you have is whatever you make in a 2-week period, again, is your mortgage, your rent.
Yeah.
All right. The next paycheck, 2 paychecks, the next paycheck is for your utilities and food. The last paycheck is what you save. You put a couple of dollars to the side for it, and then you take care of normal things. You're still able to go out, you still have that fun, and you're still able to do things for the kids.
Yeah.
That's how you balance your check.
Okay.
Now, getting paid like that, where you get paid, companies do that because they take advantage of the bumps they get from the banks. Those are companies who don't care about their employees; they care about their bottom line. Your check will never be the same. I got paid from the 1st to 15th, so your check may be $800 one week or one page period, and then next week it may be $1,200.
Yeah.
You can't balance your checkbook like that.
I cannot.
Craig said the only thing I wish my parents taught me is not black or African American. Is that I'm not black or African American.
Okay.
I like that.
Okay. Shout out to John Mabry. He said how women really are.
Nigga, you been hurt. But go ahead, nigga. I ain't, whoa.
Shout out to
That
Wilma.
nigga girl fucked his brother. Something like that. Shit. His father.
Yeah.
Something personal. The way he said that, he felt that
I know
shit.
him too. So
I'm telling you, something happened, nigga. Nigga, we all get cheated on, nigga. It happens, yo. You can move on from it.
Yeah. Shout out to Wilma. Again, she said money management. And shout out to Rob Phoenix. He said respecting $1. If there was one thing that I wish my parents had taught me as a child or a teen that I had to learn the hard way as an adult was how extremely fertile I am. Me personally. My mother is the second born of 18 and my father is the 8th born of 13. If my parents had just told me about this genetic that runs in our family that directly landed dead ass on me, I would have been a lot more careful.
I ain't let you put that on Mom's. I met Mom. She's beautiful.
Yeah.
I ain't let you put that on Mom's. I would give you that if you had 3 kids.
Oh, my God.
I would give you that if you had 3 kids. But the fact that you have 28 and a half kids.
Yo, it's genetic. They should have
No,
told
I'm sorry.
me this.
If you didn't learn with the first 5 that you're fertile, and you went ahead and had 27 more, you can't blame them for that. That's just you not understanding your own body. You can't blame that on Mom.
Yo, listen. It is a genetic malformity.
We
My
ain't letting you-
dad's other daughter, she also has mad kids.
Mom's ain't let you. We not let you put that on Mom's. Mom's was in there break dancing and shit. We ain't doing that. Yo.
They should have told me.
You should realize that after the 8th kid. That's
Oh
just putting that out there. They ain't putting that on Mom.
No, but all jokes aside, I really wish my parents had spoke to me a lot more about credit and saving.
I'm the same with you.
Yeah.
My mother did not show me the proper way of handling money and finances, and it took a long time. So I teach my kids, and I drill it into them over and over and over again about the value of $1 and the fact of making your own money. There is no greater feeling in the world to not have to go to somebody and say, I need something.
Right. It's true.
Now, we all get into situations.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I've been in it myself, and my true motherfuckers are the ones who look me out. But at the end of the day, there's no greater feeling, man.
Yeah.
There's no greater feeling.
It's true. So one thing I'm going to instill in my kids that are still living at the house with me is the importance of saving. I just opened up a bank account with my daughter the other day. It's her account, but because she's not old enough, I had to be on the account with her.
Which one?
Alicia.
She can have one of her own name.
No, well, we went to a couple of different banks, and because she's only 17, I had to go on with her. Once she turns 18, it'll knock me
Well,
off.
no, she can have a savings account.
Yeah, she wanted to check.
But she can't have a, no, You're doing too much with your sticky hands.
She
all right?
wanted so that way she can, use her little debit card
Again,
to shop and
she's
stuff.
doing too much with her sticky hands.
She got a job, so the money got to go direct deposit
All right,
somewhere.
so this is what she has an iPhone. This is what Apple Pay is for.
She can cash her checks through Apple Pay.
She can. All right. So for those of you who may or may not know, you have Cash App, you have Apple Pay, and I'm not sure about the other ones, but they have routing numbers and account numbers to where you can have direct deposit put straight into your own account. And the greatest thing about the Apple Card, it doesn't have your number, your information, or anything on it. So even if someone gets a hold of it, there's no number to put in so you can rush and pay for something. So she has an iPhone. She can order an Apple Card. There's a routing number. There's an account number. And she can have her checks directly deposited into those.
Wow.
Banks ain't what's up, people. If you have to have one, like we have to have one because we're a legitimatized business.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't have to have a bank, don't do it. You putting your money in a bank, they're getting 12, 15% interest, and they're giving you 0.00003%. So you're putting your money in their bank, they're loaning it out, and they're giving you fractions of the profit. Invest your money, people. Stocks and bonds.
Yeah, I just downloaded this new app, Robinhood app.
It's the truth, and I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, I bought some stocks the other day. I feel good.
I'm telling you right
Everything
now,
in cannabis.
companies like Walmart, because they're they're in the process of doing what Amazon is doing, and that's delivering their own packages.
Yeah.
So people start investing your money in things like that.
Cannabis.
Leave banks alone.
Invest your money in some
Don't
cannabis.
do that in cannabis unless you can direct. And the reason why I'm saying is, even though it's legal in the state, the federal government still does not acknowledge it. So, and the reason why I'm saying that is, you can't take your money from your cannabis profits and put it into a bank. Bank won't accept money
Why?
made from, because it's not federally funded. Your state will allow you to sell and legally smoke weed, but the government still doesn't.
So the interest that I've gained so far from off my cannabis stock, I'm not ever going to be able to get it?
I'm not saying you'd ever do it, but you wouldn't be able to put it in a bank.
Will it be able to go to my PayPal card?
PayPal card, you can do that. But again, you cannot put legal weed, your state legal marijuana money into a federal bank account.
Okay.
Can't do that.
Good to know. All right, y'all. It's been well over my hour. We had a good discussion tonight, even though we kind of had 3 topics, but it was supposed to be 2.
Well, it's all right. You wanted to start with your antics, but it's all right.
I wanted to start with my antics. I am not a racist. I just have a preference
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
for me and my kids.
Well, like I said, put it together, post it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this video that we talked about, I'm going to cut it up, and I'm going to post it, and that will help the comments on the topic, next week's topic.
Oh, just real quick, Tony just texted me real quick. On the last topic, he said, I wish my father was around to teach me responsibility with finances and credit. It probably wouldn't have mattered, though, because my mom told me about how to save money, but I suck at it. Me
Well,
too, and I'm
it's-
39.
Well, no, a great thing is, again, at the end of the day, a mother can raise a son. A mother can make sure a son is out there, but at the end of the day, it's nothing like that father conversation.
That's right.
Like if you see my son with me, you see my son with his mother, it's like we're both Gemini, so it's like he's a complete different person because his mother treats him one way and I treat him another way.
I saw a meme the other day on Facebook. It said, what sign can lie to you, start crying, start rolling on the ground, and still be lying to you?
Gemini.
Everybody said Gemini.
Yeah, facts.
I'm like, you got to be fucking...
Facts.
All right, guys. I got to get home to my kids. Thank you so much for tuning in to this week's edition of Grown Talk with Goddess. Thank you for everybody that tuned in that's new. Make sure you always check out my question of the week or my
Fake-ass
discussion
Giant fan. Go ahead.
Gerald. Make sure you check my post for the week and comments so you can get your shout out and shit. You know, I'll be trying to thank everybody who watches me. Thank you for everybody that's tuned in today. Craig, we said Jada, Prodigy, Tony.
Right. Michelle's in here. Craig,
Michelle,
one
hey.
final thing we talked about. Well, she said, yes,
Gerald.
it does. Europe allows it. So I guess you can do that in Europe. So look into that.
Okay.
Also, Craig says people need to buy silver and gold because that never goes up and down.
That's true.
Thanks for the tip.
That's true. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you next week. Stay safe.